Hello everybody, this is Trent Smith with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana, doing the planning briefing for Sunday, October 15th. Starting off, just looking at the weather threat matrix, we do have a cold front coming through on the Tuesday time frame that's going to be bringing some pretty gusty winds to the area, some light precipitation, maybe even a little bit of snow to the highest terrain. But beyond that, we're looking at fairly quiet weather otherwise. Quickly looking at the satellite right now, you can see this ridge of high pressure that's kind of over the western United States. The cold front's still off the coast. This ridge of high pressure will keep temperatures well above normal for this time of year. There is some cloud cover that's streaming through it, and maybe some really light showers with some the stronger moisture that comes up, but really not anticipating too much, looking at some fairly nice days. This is the model's reflectivity, or one model's depiction of the reflectivity for the next several hours, or actually the next several days, starting here on Sunday afternoon time frame and going overnight. And again, maybe some very light stuff coming through the area with those clouds, but really not anticipating too much on Monday. It's really kind of that Monday night into Tuesday morning that we'll see the biggest impact as that cold front starts making its way through. So kind of Monday afternoon, we'll start seeing that precip move into north central Idaho, start impacting Orofino and northwest Montana by the evening hours, and then really push through the rest of the area overnight time frame. And again, just widespread light precipitation, maybe a tenth of an inch here and there, and some snow in the higher terrain, but really not anticipating too much. Looking at temperatures, Monday is definitely going to be kind of one of our warmest days of the week as we get in that southwest flow. Looks like some pretty good mixing. This is running about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. Then with that cold front, temperatures will actually cool back down and still be just a few degrees above average for this time of year, but a lot closer. And then we are looking at another ridge of high pressure building in towards the latter of the week, and then definitely Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Definitely looking at warm, dry conditions once again. Wind gusts as that front comes through. Actually, ahead of that front, we could see some gusty southerly winds, and then that front will come through overnight. And then during the morning, Tuesday morning, will probably be our strongest winds across the area, with southwest Montana and places right along the divide having the strongest wind gusts up to maybe 40 miles per hour in some areas, and then maybe even a little bit higher around Glacier National Park in the higher terrain. But it's definitely a breezy kind of day. And then after that, we go more in a diurnal wind pattern for the rest of the week. As for precipitation, this is the 3-day total, and again, a bulk of this is for Monday night through Tuesday. And just looking at our little chart, maybe a quarter of an inch in that kind of the higher peaks around the area, but generally it's going to be less than a tenth of an inch for most areas, and again, except for Glacier National Park area, and then the Clearwater, Idaho County could see a little bit more. As for snow, snow levels will be relatively high during the bulk of the precipitation, but still could see some light snow, particularly around Glacier National Park. And then kind of looking at the low end and high ends. The low end, if things stay a little bit warmer with the precipitation, nobody will really see any kind of snow accumulations. But if this system comes in just a little bit colder, there is the chance that Lolo Pass, Lost Trail, Marias Pass, and maybe even Lookout Pass could see some light snow accumulation by Tuesday afternoon time frame. But again, there's only a 10% chance of that occurring. So the bulk of the case is just some snow for the higher terrain of Glacier National Park. Looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook for precipitation, we are looking at about near normal. We're kind of just in this active weather pattern. Maybe northwest Montana could see a little bit of above normal precipitation, and then the majority of the area being near normal or below normal potential. But as for temperature wise, we are looking to remain above normal, especially for the latter part of the week. Next weekend into early next week, that might bring those precipitation, maybe try to bring the temperatures down a little bit. But right now, looking at a ridge being around for the bulk of it. That's the end of today's briefing. Our next briefing is planned for Thursday, October 19th. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us either by email or by our telephone number. Thank you. Goodbye.